Wasn't it Moses who took the children of Israel out of Egypt? Wasn't it then a different man who settled them in the promised land? It was a different man. He had what it takes to bring them out. But he never had what it takes to bring them into their promised land. Because these anointings are two different anointings. The ability to start is not the ability to end.
Welcome to Faith Surge channel. Kindly like, share, and subscribe. Shalom.
We want to investigate a certain kind of an anointing that every believer must have, which is the finishing anointing. I say so because most people are good at starting and not good at finishing. And there is an anointing that comes with that ability to finish what you have started. And I want you to count yourself blessed, because this message was not supposed to be delivered like now. It was meant for the leaders during the seminar that is coming, but then kept on feeling like these are the leaders and the people listening to me are leaders.
Wow, thank you.
So this will help you realize the leadership abilities that God has placed within you. So I want you to be listening to me so attentively. The anointing that you need to finish what you have started is different from the anointing that you need to start a thing, whether it's ministry or it's business, or even if it's a relationship. Studying well requires an empowerment. You need to have the grace given to you, of course, by God, to start a thing, and another different or another set of grace has to be given to you again during the process to be able to finish well what you have started. So there is an anointing to start and there is an anointing to finish. And quite a big number of people that you have come across so far, all they have tried to do is to start a business. They are well trained in as far as starting the business is concerned, but not many know how to finish. And yet if you look at the beginning of the thing and the end of the thing, both are equally important. How you start is as good as how you finish. And how you finish is as good as how you start. Okay? But there is an anointing that God makes available, that He gives to His people, so that when they finish, you'll be able to look at their work and say, indeed, this was a child of God who had an anointing to finish. So I want you to walk with me on this journey, because this is what is going to bring everything that you have started to its level of perfection.
Thank you.
You need an anointing to finish. You need that. You need that. How do I finish? And how do I finish well?
Yes.
I found something very interesting in the second letter that Paul wrote to his son Timothy in chapter 4, verse 7, where he talks about fighting a good fight. I have fought a good fight.
I have fought a good fight.
And I have finished my course. There is a course that he finished. And at the end of the course, he kept the faith.
Yes, I have kept the faith.
So 3 things that are very critical: fighting and making sure that the fight that you fight is a good one. It has to be a good fight. Any fight that you find yourself engaged in, it has to be a good fight. So before you start fighting, you must have evaluated the fight. What do I get out of it? What's the amount of the spoils that I get from this war before you engage? So Paul is saying the fight that I've had was a good fight, and apart from it being a good fight,
I have finished my course.
I have what?
Finished.
My what?
Course.
There is a course. For him to be able to finish, it means he started the course. The ability to start and to finish. I'll explain some few things to you, what he meant by that. But then there's something quite interesting. He then said to Timothy, I wish that you would come to me even before winter. Because at this moment, it's as good as I am alone, in as much as I have Luke. But Demas has left me.
Verse 9.
For he has loved the pleasures of this present world. So as we speak, I'm alone. But then he says to Timothy, when you're coming, please bring me my books, bring me my clock, and also remember to bring to me Mark. And the reason I would want you to bring me Mark, it is because he is so profitable to my ministry. Did you find it?
Verse 9. Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me. For Demas hath forsaken me.
He has what?
Forsaken me. Having loved this present world, and is departed unto Thessalonica. Crescens to Galatia, Titus unto Dalmatia. Only Luke is with me. Take Mark, and bring him with thee.
Take who?
Mark.
Bring him
with thee.
With thee.
For he is profitable to me for the ministry.
Mark is profitable to me for the what?
The ministry.
There is something that you might not be able to see there if you are not diligent in your search for the things of God. This is a man who has just told us that he has finished his course. He's done. Then in that same letter, same statement, he's asking for Mark to be brought because he is profitable to his ministry. Paul's ministry, which has just ended? Why still talk of profit? Why bring profitable people around you at the time the course has come to its closure? This goes to show you that ending is a ministry. Finishing is a ministry. It's a ministry on its own. You don't require no people at the end. You require profitable people so that you end well. So at the end of the ministry, you don't dismiss the people. You gather the people who are well trained, equipped in as far as finishing is concerned. This goes to show that finishing is a ministry. You finish the dress that you're sewing as a minister. You finish your house as a minister. It's ministry. There must be some kind of expertise to the way that you finish the thing, whether it's business. Profitable, being able to identify the mark. People who are profitable even when you are done. Imagine if you're invited and you are working for such a man who has just announced that I'm done. And then you are invited to begin to serve under him. What sort of service are you going to be offering to a man who has just ended his course? You must be a refined man when it comes to finishing touches. You must be a polished woman. How do you serve a man who has just ended? And your service to him is just beginning. You see, I'm saying this because probably what you studied, the reason why it never gave you any profit, any benefit, is because you just focused on studying something and never really focused on ending it well. And the way the thing ends, it doesn't end in one day. Sometimes you can end it for the rest of your life. It keeps on ending. So it is at that point of its end where you realize profit. So you're no longer starting a business every day. You are ending the business every day. And you are ending it well. Especially having the right people, profitable people around you who knows how to finish. The people with an anointing, that's the ability, with an anointing to finish well. I've heard people saying, it doesn't matter how you start, it matters how you finish. And I said, I wouldn't want to sleep in this man's house. It might not have any foundation. Because to him, what matters is how you finish and not how you start. You start. Jesus is known to be the author and the what? Finisher of our faith. It means he's good at authoring and finishing what he has started. Wasn't it Moses who took the children of Israel out of Egypt? Wasn't it then a different man who settled them in the promised land? It was a different man. He had what it takes to bring them out. But he never had what it takes to bring them into their promised land. Because these anointings are two different anointings. The ability to start is not the ability to end. Hence, Paul is asking for Mark at the end of his ministry. I need different people to work with as I bring my ministry to its closure. Profitable people around me.